What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering. My editors have the day off today, so you're going to get a lot of just this big, beautiful thing going on in videos. There is so much news from the weekend. I'm going to have videos here on the Quartering. I'm going to have videos over on Midwestly to cover some more specifics. Now, today is probably going to be a couple of videos of hilarious backlash, instant regret moments from celebrities and video game personalities who chose to open their mouth this weekend and say something crazy. Now, I understand that intent is a thing, and we don't really know what Randy Pitchford was intending here. But we do know Randy Pitchford has a long and documented history of being a garbage human. So I kind of not giving him the benefit of the doubt on this one. And just to paint a little picture of who Randy Pitchford is, well, he is, of course, the CEO of the company that produces the Borderlands games, as well as a few other games that were disastrous. Excuse me. And over the years, he's been famous for, sticking his foot in his mouth. He's left the thumb drive with Gearbox video games on it and everything for a employee at a Medieval Times to find. On that thumb drive was also a magic trick video that was widely assumed to be somebody who was under the age of 18. I don't think that was the case. I just think he's got a weird kink. He likes magic tricks, and maybe, I don't know. I'm not going to shame him for having a little prawn on a thumb drive. Let he who has no thumb drive full of prawn cast the first stone. So then you saw they had the huge $12 million lawsuit. The court dismissed lawsuit accusing CEO behind the blockbuster Borderlands video games of terrible behavior and mismanagement of funds. This was a suit that was brought by, I believe, the former CFO. They aired a lot of dirty laundry. A lawsuit accused Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford of withholding a $12 million bonus from employees and engaging in bad behavior has been dismissed. They came from Gearbox's former general counsel, Wade Callender. Earlier this year, Gearbox had ended up taking him to court, accusing him of misusing company funds. It was just a huge, huge mess. Not the type of thing that you want dominating the news cycle if you're, a company that makes video games. Then we had everything else going on here this weekend. How about this one? Randy Pitchford tries to profit off everything going on right now. The tweet was quickly deleted, but the leaker and general good person hot girl videos managed to catch it before that. In fact, I also have both the archive and the tweet. So let's look at the tweet, let's look at some of the backlash, and let's laugh at just how stupid Randy Pitchford is. Now, maybe he was trying to make a joke. Maybe he was supporting bad behavior. This was just a fail all around. So he puts out this tweet. If you want to end some pig cops this weekend, here's the Duke Nukem 3D 20th Anniversary World Tour. Sends a link to purchase Duke Nukem. Now, with everything going on right now, this tweet was profoundly tone deaf. Now, a list of people that liked this tweet, certainly it would be an interesting thing to have, because we know that there are a lot of LARPers in the video game community that seem to have, that would have agreed with this tweet. In fact, by the way, for anyone who can answer it, I keep getting this DNS error when I try to use archive on Firefox. It says to enable cookies, but I do have cookies enabled. So here's proof that the tweet exists. And then let's see just what we get. Let's see, number one, underrated tweet. Okay, so great. Love your stuff, Randy, but this tweet is way inappropriate and totally tone deaf. I will go ahead and delete this one quickly. But then you have more, gamers. Nah, it's good. Let it be. You get a little cringe. I'm here for the comments. Or just go to Minneapolis. I hear there's one that deserved it. Unfortunate wording on this tweet given current events. You misspelled very fortunate. So you get a lot of people just flat out agreeing with it. I mean, it had 203 likes. An interesting group of people here that would support it. Now, is it just a joke? Maybe. It's so hard to tell. You have here thegamer.com covers it by Bella Blondeau. There's seemingly no low that Randy Pitchford will not stoop to. The controversial Gearbox figure has deliberately misled the public about alien colonial marines, been accused of hoarding spicy videos, stiffed his employees on promised royalty bonuses. That's nothing to say that he's also proof he's diverted funds to his own personal company. Today, however, Randy has outdone himself by attempting to make a quick buck off mass protests going across the nation. As Minneapolis, Louisville, Atlanta, and countless more protests, everything going on right now. In a now deleted tweet, Pitchford wrote, if you want to end some pig cops this weekend, here's Duke Nukem 3D Anniversary. Now, he included a link to the game's Steam page. Now, I don't know that Randy makes any money off of this. I don't know. There are numerous things wrong. I mean, I don't know if he has any affiliation with this game. There are numerous things wrong with this. By most accounts, trying to profit off a desperate struggle for survival is beyond cynical and irrevocably cruel. It stings, especially coming from Pitchford, a man who has repeated documented instances of callous, unprofessional, and generally uncouth behavior. It's very hard to take this as anything other than a true bootlicker moment. Using a whole community's pain to shill a 2-decade-old plus video game, there is a dubious professionality, and then there's downright capitalistic cynicism. This falls very much under the latter umbrella. It will be interesting to see 2K's response to his actions. We suspect there won't be any. No, I'm sure 2K Games will probably put out a black JPEG with white text on the background talking about how they stand in solidarity and blah, 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 blah. Now more than ever, you can buy our stuff. And then they say, instead of spending $20 on Duke Nukem 3D, please consider donating to these bail funds. Now, it's interesting to me that the gaming community is still, this is back in April, Randy Pitchford is still a liability. He's somehow still the president of Gearbox, despite basically being a cartoon villain at this point. This is another background of who Randy Pitchford really is. This is why I don't exactly give Randy Pitchford the benefit of the doubt here. Randy Pitchford is still the president. Imagine this. You get your dream job working as a developer. You start working for Gearbox for less than what you'd make at big-name developers. But the guy in charge promises you something else. Profit sharing if the game is a big success. Then you make a big bonus. If the game flops, then you make nothing. Fair is fair. Okay, only it's not fair. Borderlands 3 was a huge success, the biggest game Gearbox or publisher Take-Two Interactive has ever released. It's a billion-dollar brand, but because sales did not meet expectations, you're getting bupkis. Oh, and if you don't like it, you're told you can quit. Sounds like the boss, a terrible boss, right? Well, this is just the latest example of how Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford is basically the scummiest of all studio executives. Remember the whole claptrap thing? Borderlands fans know the voice actor for Borderlands 3 is not David Eddings, the guy who used to work at Gearbox and voiced the franchise mascot Claptrap since the first game in 2009. When Eddings finally asked to be paid for his time, they hired a new guy. Eddings quit Gearbox in 2017 after Pitchford allegedly pushed him in a hotel lobby at that year's GDC. Things between Eddings and Pitchford were already pretty tense after Eddings found out that Pitchford had diverted $15 million from Take-Two into his personal account. Money initially intended as Gearbox employee bonuses. That's enough to leave any employee peeved. This is the guy. This is the guy that says, "Hey, you know, if you want to buy this game, you know, or if you want to end some pig cops, because me as a multi-millionaire, I figure what a great time to shill a video game." And I think that is a editorial mistake on that article. I don't think he has any money to make. But you see, Randy Pitchford uses the tragedy to sell Duke Nukem 3D, doesn't even discount the game. Randy Pitchford is no stranger to controversy, and this evening he generated a little more with his inappropriate sales pitch. Pitchford took to Twitter to cash in on everything going on right now. Again, does he have any connections with that? I don't know. Pitchford quickly deleted the tweet and thread after posting a final thought. Look in this. We are all looking at this world and struggling to come to grips with it. My intent is not to hurt anyone, but I noticed this, and it's interesting that the theme was there over 20 years ago in a video game and feels relevant today. Was feeling cute, may delete later. When he said, too provocative, that's the challenge with artists. Sometimes they push the boundaries, even in game developers in 1996. No, Randy Pitchford, that is not what you did. Basically, Randy Pitchford said something terrible, and then he said, whoa, 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 I'm an artist. I'm an artist. I'm just pushing. I'm just living my life, man. I'm just pushing the boundaries, bro. No, Randy Pitchford, you're a piece of garbage. You tweeted something that is garbage, and then you got backlash, and then you tried to hide from it. Randy Pitchford continues to be a piece of garbage, and I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.